Welcome to the Camping and Caravanning Club series of how-to videos. So you've got your basic camping kit, you've done a test pitch of your tent near home, and now you've arrived on a campsite to be offered a choice of pitch. What should you go for? Our own Ian Geddes is here to highlight some of the things that you might want to check before you start unpacking.
When choosing a pitch, you need to consider whether you want to be near the facilities. This could be the children's play area or the toilet block. Being near the children could be useful to keep an eye on the little ones, but only you can really decide whether you want to be near the toilet or not. When you're choosing your pitch, also consider shelter. We've pitched this tent near a hedge, which is really helpful with wind, but you may not necessarily want to be under a tree. Things fall out of trees and birds might leave you presents on the tent. Before you unpack your tent, check the pitch. Make sure that nothing's been left astray by a previous camper, such as a tent peg. That could do some damage to your tent, and we don't want that. Look at how flat the land is. If there is a slight slope, you might want to pitch in a direction where when you're asleep, your feet are facing downhill rather than uphill. Just before you roll your tent out, consider which way it's going to face. You may not want to face your neighbours or the way the sun is going to rise. You may well have a space on your pitch, depending on the size and shape of your tent, to turn it through 90 degrees and have it facing another way.
It's normally best to peg out the ground sheet first. Then push the poles through their sleeves carefully or inflate the tubes before pegging out the guy ropes to give stability. There's always a chance the tent might need things done in a different order. Always check the instructions to be sure you're doing it correctly.
Pitching a tent shouldn't be too difficult, but always double check the instructions and make sure you're familiar with them. You may well find these sewn into the bag that the tent was supplied in, such as this. That is a simple aid memoir of how to pitch this tent. As you finish pitching your tent, you need to tension out the guy lines. Make sure they're in line with the structure of the tent and make sure they're tensioned correctly. Be careful not to over tension them, that will do more harm than good.
If you found this video useful, be sure to check out others in our how-to series at our club website or our YouTube channel. Happy camping!